Well, hello there everyone, my name is Amy, this is the Opinionated Woman, and welcome to a weekend reading vlog. I decided I am going to finally get into cozy mysteries. I picked up this cozy mystery, I think it's called Magic Lies and Deadly Pies. Great title, absolutely tip top. Honestly, I've been inspired by Kayla from Books and Lala, which is like, who is the inspiration for so many things for me when it comes to booktube and reading. She's been doing a series where she goes through a bunch of cozy mysteries, and I think back in the day I used to read like a lot of cozy mysteries, but I didn't know that they were called that. But it's been a long time since I read something like that, so I'm like, okay, let's grab one of these books. I found it on Scribd. We're going to do some cozy activities, and you're going to spend the weekend with me. I haven't been weekly vlogging because honestly it's just like me at my desk working and not much else, like besides like reading and just doing the same crochet every night. But it's coming to the end of the year, and I've got what's the date now? There's 1 week left of I'm going to Joburg in about 3 weeks basically, for an early Christmas, and then I'm coming back and I'm spending Christmas Day with the animals, and then I'm taking the whole week between Christmas and New Year off because I can decide my own hours now, and I decided I could do that, which I'm very excited about. So it means that I'm going to have time to make more content. But yeah, I thought I'd check in here. We're going to start it off. It's not officially the weekend. It is Friday afternoon right now. I'm waiting for my sibling to bring me my new phone. Yes, I'm getting an S22. I'm not an iPhone bitch. They piss me off. Keep Apple away from me. But I just wanted to start this off, and then we'll get into our morning activities, read, crochet, get a cup of coffee. Oh, it's going to be a good old time. Come along and see. Yes, I am naked and I'm in my shower, well, in my bathroom. But I started listening to Magic Lies and Deadly Pies. Let me open this so it's not so echoey. The dedication is to anybody working to dismantle the patriarchy. A food pun. This is the best way to start a book. I'm out the shower. I just went to add this book to my story graph because I realized that I hadn't done it yet, and I already had it on my TBR, which is funny because I didn't remember putting it on my TBR, so it must have been from one of Kayla's videos, and it's tagged as queer, which is excellent. I didn't know that. This is starting very well. I'll just show you my sweet baby angel. She loves her dog. Her dog is her favorite. Oh man. She was even grooming him. She's a sweet baby angel. I just bought this shirt recently, and I feel like a badass dyke in it. I'm like, my cat just jumped really high to try catch a lizard. But this fit, it is just doing me all of the favors. I fucking love it. And I'm wearing it with these cool pants. You'll be able to see them later. This is not a good view. So I am showered and everything like that. Now I am just waiting for it to be lunchtime, because what is more cozy than going to a cute little cafe and taking yourself for lunch, there's a place called the Lighthouse Cafe in Bloberg, and it's gorgeous. It's a bit blustery today, but I'm willing to put up with a little bit of wind to be able to sit and read my book in my ear holes and drink some coffee, eat some lunch. But until it's lunchtime, this is what I'm going to be doing. So my goal is to basically finish this project. I'm going to tell you about it now. So I'm going to be doing a lot of crocheting and listening to this cozy mystery. So this project I am in the middle of right now. Well, not in the middle of, I'm at the tail end of it. I've just got a darn needle attached to it. So basically this is a chair cover. I did enough of these and I did them all in, and I like attached them all and everything, and then I realized that it was too short by like 2 squares on either side. So I am attaching these currently. Then the goal is to fold it in half like that. So all the way along this edge and down this edge. And then I want to find out, I don't know how to do any trim stitches, like I haven't learned how to do them yet. Let me just stick my needle in there. So along the bottom, I want to do some kind of stitch like that looks kind of pretty and like nice and finished in this cream yarn. So that's going to be my goal for the weekend. So Magic Lies and Deadly Pies is definitely going to be a part of that. I keep looking at myself because I feel really hot. I need to film a TikTok. I can't film a TikTok. Oh my gosh, I might need to film a TikTok because I have a new phone. It's brand new in the box in my room, but I've got so many TikTok drafts that I need to post the TikTok drafts, because if you delete your app or you go onto if you re-download the app on a new phone, all your drafts are gone. And I've got loads of drafts that are ready. They are captioned, they are hashtagged, the whole shebang, because I upload every day. So I need my TikToks. So I can't use my new phone yet, but oh well. I will catch up with you when we're going to the Lighthouse Cafe. I don't want to be creepy, but can you see this, Hugo? Quiet. There's a cat. There's a cat in the back of that car. So cute. He's full of much excitement. Run! Hey, should we see what's on the rocks? What's on the rocks? Boy. Yeah. You're a cute boy. Yeah. That was nice, but it was windy. Oh, it was so windy. Holy shit. Like, and I don't know if any of you have a squeaky dog. I have a squeaky dog. My mom has a squeaky dog. We used to have a squeaky dog when we were younger as well. And I'm out of breath from walking very swiftly to get out of the wind because the wind is wild. I got some really cool footage for me to screenshot for pictures, which is nice. Oh, hiccups. But Hugo is a squeaker, So we'll be sitting down at a restaurant. It always happens when he sits down at restaurants. He just sits and squeaks. But like, if he's excited, he squeaks. If he sees a dog, he squeaks. He squeaks all the time. He doesn't squeak because he's distressed. But for some reason, when he squeaks, it makes people around me decide that they know better than me about my own dog. The one woman was like, he can't get to the water. I'm like, he can get to the water. He doesn't give a shit about the water. He's going to squeak either way. And then you have another table of people going, oh, shame, oh, shame. He's not crying because he's upset. He's just a squeaky dog. Okay. I am going to get some snacks and I'm going to head home and I'm going to crochet. Before I went home, I lied. I had a Starbucks voucher, so I have never ordered myself one of these. I am that bitch. I'm ordering a toffee nut frappuccino. Oh, it's very delicious. It's very delicious. Look at that cream. So yeah, very chuffed about that. Thank God I had a voucher. Those drinks are fucking expensive, especially when you have them with oat milk. But if you watched my videos before, I have a tic disorder. So I have autism. And I've been trying to work on unmasking in public when I can, because it's really tiring to mask all the time, and I shouldn't have to. So it makes me knackered, like absolutely knackered, to keep on masking. And if I get triggered, a lot of the time I can like keep it under wraps, but like I was in a queue and there was an old white lady and she was being an old white lady and just like complaining about how slow things were, like at the top of her lungs. I was like just sitting there like doing this, and I was just letting it go, and it felt really nice to be able to do, even though I know people will look at me funny. But when you're triggered by old white ladies. Okay, now I'm going to crochet. I'm back home. I am excited to not be in the wind, because oh my god, this wind is wild at the moment. But I realize now that I've had an actual good amount of time to start reading this book, I can let you know what it's about. So following the main character Daisy, sorry, I have hiccups, I'm drinking a frappuccino. Ooh. So we're following Daisy, who makes pies, but her pies are special pies. Like basically she can bake them and imbue them with certain things. So like she has this little pink van and she drives it around and she'll sell pies, and she sells them to students, and they have like energy built into them, so that they can keep on studying while eating her pies and stuff like that. But one of the main things she does is this thing called Pies Before Guys, and it's this secret only word of mouth service that she does, where she will bake a pie to kill a bad man, and it's only men. She only kills men, and they're only when a woman has come to ask her for help, and because they're magic pies, there's no like poison or anything like that. She's basically been like a vigilante pie baker. It's really cute so far, and we've gotten now to the point where someone has left a note anonymously by her truck. She's got like this little pink truck that she works in. I did mention that already. And he says, I know what you're doing, and if you don't want me to basically sell you out, you're gonna need to kill these people, and like with these flavored pies, and they're all women. And she's like, well, if you don't have a reference, because you have to have a reference, it's like a pay it forward thing, she's not gonna make the pies, and she's not gonna kill women. So now she's like a little bit freaked out. So that's where I'm up to. This needs to be finished, so I'm gonna do these and then keep sewing it together, and I'm gonna keep listening. Pie competition. Yes, this book is really fun. Making such great progress on this project. Look at the trim. Hang on. So it's just literally like a chain 3 and a slip stitch, and it looks so freaking cute. I'm so pleased with it. But in this book, what I'm really loving is that, so this magic is passed down. So in her family, it's passed down from only daughter to only daughter. But the magic doesn't get manifested in the same way. So she bakes pies. Her grandmother was a seamstress, so she used to like put it into her clothes. And her mother was a hairdresser. So they all use their magic in different ways, and they weren't doing like murder stuff. Like that's a new thing that she's started doing. I just like that touch. It's very, very good. I'm loving listening to this book. I've been sitting listening to it for ages, and I'm happy with my decision. I'm going to try and talk about this thing without spoilers. It's the one thing that I don't like about this book is there is a character that the main character finds out is in NA, Narcotics Anonymous. And she takes it so badly. Like, she's so shocked, and it's like changing the way that she thinks about the person. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like waiting for her to like get a better handle on her emotions. And she's like, oh, I know the damage an addict can do. And I'm like, he's in NA. An active addict, yeah, but someone going to NA is such a good thing. Like, fuck, man. Like, my siblings in NA, and it is so good for them. And when I was in a psych hospital, I was in that side of the ward. And going to get help is such a good thing. So the fact that she's looking, I mean, some people go to NA, they've been like 20 years clean. So the fact that she's looking at this person in such a negative light because of them being an addict, I don't like. Because I'm an addict myself, and we get demonized a lot, and it's really frustrating. And this book is like saying some really good stuff about like abortion rights and stuff. So I wish they would say good things about addiction, but maybe we'll change later. We'll see. For someone who used to document the food that they cooked, like on Instagram, if you scroll down long enough, you will see the food on my Instagram. I always forget to vlog it. I don't know what it is, so this is what I'm having. This is my egg fried rice. It's got shimeji mushrooms, bok choy, a bunch. I fucking love tofu. It's my favorite. So I'm gonna get a big bowl of that. And I can show you, wait, I finished it. Look! Isn't it cute? And this trim was so easy, and it's so pretty. I'm so proud of myself. I learned so many different, and I learned a new technique of how to join squares together. I learned how to do a trim. It was really exciting. So yeah, I'm just gonna work on my patchwork blanket for now, because I like to do three squares out of each skein of yarn, and then I'm going to make it into a big patchwork blanket. So I've got the yarn that I used for this project, and I want to do some squares of those. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. Hey there, friends. Oh, fucking motorbikes, oh my god, the guy's doing a wheelie. Let me tell you, there's no bigger fucking loser in the world than someone who rides a motorbike. Oh, sorry, I have a beef with motorbikes. Both my two of my brothers have had major accidents on them, and my ex-boyfriend joined a biker gang right after we broke up. So I don't have a good opinion of people who ride motorbikes, especially around this area, which is where all the motorcycle gangs seem to come between, because their bars are like just up the road. So, ugh. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about cozy mysteries, not bikers. It's Sunday morning. I have my rough and ready clothes on because it is time for me to tend my garden. Listen to a cozy mystery while looking after my garden. Sounds great. It's a bit windy, which is not ideal, but I'm going to work through it. Let me show you what I got to work with. Okay, it's a lovely bright day. As you can see, this is a bit overgrown. I'm trying my hardest to grow that corner back. It's getting there, but it's a long process. But yeah, I need to trim all of that with my weed whacker. So I'm going to do that while I listen to my audiobook. This lawn trimmer is actually the first TikTok I ever made, the first one I ever posted when I actually got the app finally. If I can find it, I'll put it here. Oh my god, I just bought something and it makes me feel like a real, true lesbian. It's a power tool! I'm a lesbian with a power tool! yeah, I'm going to do that, listen to my audiobook. Last night I managed to, or like yesterday, I managed to listen to, I've only got 3.5 hours left basically of this book, so I should be able to finish this in this weekend, which is excellent. I was going to update you outside, but it is way too windy, and I'm realizing that these sunglasses are very skew. Oh, they were like €4. I wear them to protect my eyes from when I'm using my weed eater. But I wanted to update you on the book before I started doing my gardening. Oh my gosh, these birds fighting for my apples. Goodness gracious. So I'm not going to tell you too much of what's happening in this book because it would be spoilers, and I don't want to spoil it for you because this is really good. And I like, if you're looking for a cozy mystery, like, go for this all the way, because like at the moment I'm also reading a thriller, Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, and that has definitely got thrilling elements in it, like things that make me feel nervous. And with the cozy mystery, it's got a little bit of that, but then it's got enough reveals throughout the book to keep it running and not give you that like built up anxiety almost. Though there is like a running chord through the whole thing that is like the main mystery that's like, driving the book forward. But there are enough like little reveals and other characters, and the way that the other characters are explored upon, I think is really good. And she did actually address the addiction thing. They had a chat and she was like, well, going to a meeting is a good sign. And like they talked about her trauma a little bit. So I found that to be very interesting. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I really want to find out how this is going to end off, even though I've got like 3 hours left. I'm really enjoying it. I got 3/4 of the way across the lawn and I ran out of stringy stuff. I can't remember what it's called, line. I wound some more on and it all flung out again. So I've done something wrong with the winding. I'm going to try and Google, but I have Googled this before and it didn't help because I couldn't find one that was like my machine. So I might have to go to the lawnmower store, which is across the road, tomorrow. So I'm going to have a mullet on my lawn. I've changed into my pride shorts. I just need to go get some oat milk. But what I'm really liking about this book is I said at the beginning that it was tagged as queer, and it's real subtle, and it's exactly what you want. Like, all I want is queer books where the queerness isn't like the topic, because we're just out here living our lives. We're just normal people out here living our lives who happen to be gay. So like, it's just like subtle little things. So like, the character has like romantic kind of thoughts about a man and a woman without blatantly saying she's bi or pan or anything like that. It just she talks about how she's feeling around these people, and it's very clear. But then at another stage she talks about realizing that sex wasn't really something very important for her. So there's like a little subtle hint at ace in there too. I don't know whether it's intentional, but that's how I read it. I don't know if that's because I'm on the ace spectrum. But it's little and it's subtle and it's perfectly done. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I'm going to be working on next when I'm crocheting, because I'm going to go sit on the couch and crochet and work on this patchwork blanket. So these are all the different types of yarn that I've ever had. Like, ta-da! And I've done them all with a 5.5mm hook. Some of the yarns are a little bit thinner, like these. I'm wondering when I get to the actual, like, sewing them together stage, I might need to leave these out. I'm not sure. But I really feel like I've had way more than this, but I haven't, which is weird. So now I'm working on the pink ones. See, these are a lot more similar in weight, but I think they can stretch because not all of them are. Some of them is a bit like chunky. They're different types of yarn, but we'll see how it comes when we get there. But yeah, I'm going to do that with all these colors. and listen to my audiobook. It's gonna be a good old time. Okay, I am like 3 squares down. I've got an hour left of this book, and I wanted to point out something that I should have pointed out way before. But because I used to be a pastry chef, and sometimes when I read books about food, especially things about baking, um, it's a little frustrating for me because I'm like, this is not how it works at all, or like their recipes won't make sense, or like they'll try and describe their processes and just get it so wrong. But in this, they actually get it right, and they're describing a bunch of different like pie fillings and pie flavorings and stuff like that. And they're all flavors that make sense together and that would work in this setting. So I maybe the author has, like, she must have experience in food in some form. I realized I didn't tell you her name is Misha Pop, I think. She's got a funny name. But yeah, they managed to nail down the food descriptions pretty damn well, which is something that a lot of books get wrong. So yeah, I'm quite impressed. And with that, I'm done with this audiobook. I've just been sitting here. I've made, one moment. I've made this many. I've made 5. Isn't that color palette so pretty? But yeah, I've just been sitting here, sewing away, crocheting away, not sewing, fuck. And I just finished it. I can't believe that I managed to read the whole thing in 2 days. I've never like marathoned a book like that before. It ended off really well, like tied together in just the way that a mystery should. And then ends with a bunch of recipes, which is always cute when it comes to stuff like that. And I found out that this is a Pies Before Guys series, and the next one is called Good Day to Pie, and it's coming out next year. I love food puns. So I think I'm definitely going to be picking that one up because it was very good. It was funny, it was cute, it was a good old time, you know, nothing too terrifying or anything like that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I liked having a really chill weekend where I just took time to create and listen to books. Oh, excellent. If you did enjoy this vlog, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And as always, my Kofi account is linked down below for a little one-time tip. And other than that, I'll check you next time.